Thank you, Chairman Cruz, and I trust you enjoyed your Primanis.
It was absolutely delicious, and I have to say, you look damn handsome with that Texans bling.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so hi, I'm proud to represent Pennsylvania. Now, Pennsylvania has the 5th most truck drivers in the nation. Clearly, it's a very, very critical piece of our economy. And now, it's not an interesting story, but back in 1994, I worked with UPS drivers there. And I was proud to work with the Teamsters back then. And now I also realized how difficult their way of life is, but I also think that's something necessary that we need to protect. And now I am not going to bash AV or any of these things, nor am I not a Luddite or anything. And I see it's a necessary part of the future moving forward. So I want to get that established. And I also want to acknowledge that Pittsburgh played a significant part of the history of developing AV, that is as well too. So that means that we have, two things must be true. Now, for me, I'm going to be the voice for the 90,000 drivers here, and I'm going to be the Teamsters' voice here. So I don't ever let them be left behind. So I think it's really those union members are very critical in this economy. So, I mean, Mr. Farrah, what is your organization's proposal to deal with the workers, like those 90,000 truckers here in my state? And now, of course, they're concerned about losing their job because of the technology. If they were going to replace senators with chatbots, we'd be pretty concerned here too, and I assure you as well too. So for me, it's an honest question, not anything. It's like, why shouldn't trucks and other AVs be supervised by qualified operators in the roads and our highways? I mean, it's a sincere question.
Senator, I appreciate the question, and I'll first thank you for acknowledging the role that Pennsylvania has played in autonomous vehicle development, both includes the companies itself, but also institutions like Carnegie Mellon. I want to be very clear in terms of the impact on truck driver jobs here. If someone is a truck driver today and they want to retire a truck driver, they absolutely will have the opportunity to do that. Autonomous vehicles are not out to replace truck drivers. Truck drivers are an indispensable, critical aspect of our supply chain. They are the backbone of the American economy. I think people take for granted how many of their goods are brought to them by truck drivers in this country. The goal of the industry here is to coexist with autonomous trucks. We see roles for human truck drivers and autonomous trucks doing different types of functions. And when I talk to people that are involved in autonomous vehicle deployment, they see a hybrid network where certain functions are done by autonomous vehicles, others by human drivers. And that is something that is fundamental to the industry. And I will just say, to conclude, that we've had an incredible dialogue with many different entities within labor, and we're very, very sensitive to a lot of those concerns. We want opportunities to get out and talk to your constituents, to describe how it is that we see a lot of this unfolding, and make sure that we really answer any misconceptions that might be out there.
Yeah, no, I mean, so for me, absolutely, your technology are part of the future, but I also have to be clear that I'm going to make sure that the Teamsters are in their future as well now too. I'm not sure how many people would be comfortable getting in an AV jet. I mean, I don't know. I do think it's entirely appropriate to have a human, part of the equation. Anyway, moving. Now, I've heard that Waymo's bringing AV to Pennsylvania.
Yes, we are. We're excited to serve your constituency.
Yeah, and now we've had some constituents reach out, and now there are different kinds of. What's what I'm looking for? A lot of people in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia reached out, and it's different kinds of places with different streets and different kind of circumstances that are very unique there now too. And now a lot of people brought that to me, where especially after that super storm, Pittsburgh, we got 16 hours of snow, and Philadelphia got a lot now too. So now my question is, how does your technology account for these kind of different drivers and the cultures in different communities across, my state and the country? Questionally, are Waymo going to respect the parking chair?
Before we go into any territory, we do a very methodical approach. We first send our vehicles with the human driver to make sure that we understand the different street types, the topology, we understand the unique rhythms of the city, and then we systematically and slowly then provide a little more autonomy, still with a human behind the wheel, just learning the city. And we do that evaluation over time, and when we feel we're ready, we go through a safety board that evaluates, hey, are we really ready to deploy for that particular environment? And we do a very thorough review before we fully take the human out of the equation, which is what we're doing in your state.
Yeah. Well, I would strongly encourage Waymo to incorporate that, to respect the parking chair. When you see examples of people that don't, it doesn't really end very well for folks like that. So regardless, thank you. And now, after all the questions are now complete, Chairman Cruz will bring this hearing to a close.